wasn't towards me, but it was technically towards me. And he's like, well, you need to, if that's your opinion, don't take it to offensively that I said what I said. He goes, me and Jameka get into religion talks all the time, and
no, I don't, because I don't engage anymore. We did one time, and I told him that would be the first and last time, and he's tried to make a comment again, and I will get up and leave. I said, Edie, you already know I'm not having this discussion with you, so don't let him turn that into something plural. It was one time, singular, that's it.
Yeah.
And that was it, because I learned from that. I'm like, I'm not going to go there.
So he goes, I go, I don't know why I get to you so much. I go, you know what, if you haven't fucking noticed, only you. Only you. And he's like, looking at me like, whoa, and I go, nobody else gets underneath my skin. I never upset in this house any other time except for with you. Yeah, Zach annoys me, but not to the point of where I'm like, I go, you fucking get on, I don't know if you try to, I don't know what you're trying to do, but you do, and you upset me, and you're the only reason why I'm ever tense in this house. And he's like, and he's walking out of here, and he had to have the last word. He's like walking out of the kitchen. He's like, fine then. He's like, I just won't say anything to you. And I go, that works perfect for me. And he slams the door. No, he goes, fine. He goes, I'm sorry, okay? And he shuts the door. Like, shuts it, but not, not slams it like he did the other night yesterday, but it was so obvious. He was like, fuck you kind of type deal. So then, 5 minutes, I go, Justin, watch. I give him 5 minutes. 5 minutes, not even goes by. Comes back in the kitchen. Hey, I still love you, right? He's like, I don't want you. Oh, I gotta tell you what he said to me out here today. I just realized that by saying I love you. He goes, I love you. He goes, I don't want it to be, I'm not trying to upset you. I care about you, and I don't like that. I told Dustin yesterday, squirted me 5 times with the hose while I was laying out, my eyes closed, real quick, just like that, 5 different times. Threw 2 candy wrappers at me, balled them up and threw them at me. I can't take it anymore. He picks at me, and he picks at me because nobody else can take his shit, so I take on for everyone, and I can't.
Yeah.
Just like Nick and Danielle, every day they come. They're both coming to me like, what am I? I'm like, like today, I'm like, I don't know, you guys. They got in a huge argument upstairs.
Oh really?
Yeah. And
were you still up there? I thought we left at the same time.
I left right after you. It was just Nick and Danielle up there.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to him downstairs. Danielle's like, can I talk to you? I'm like, yeah. Pulls me in the weight room. 2 minutes later, the door opens. It's Nick. He's like, oh. He's like, can we talk about this? And I'm like, I'm going to go. They're like, no, can you please? I'm like, no. I'm like, you guys. And I'm like, you two are so ridiculous. I'm like, you guys are all over the place. And then Danielle got mad and stormed out of there. And then Nick's like, what? Oh my God. Then, ED was like this to me today. Look at me. And I go, what? He goes, in the grass right here, he goes, I trust you more than anyone here. And he goes, and you trust me? No, I would hope that you trust me. Are you paranoid? And I go, yeah. And he goes, hold on. He goes, well, I need you. We have to get along. I need you. And I'm like, looking at him like, and he goes, and I would think that you would need me too. I don't need him. I hate to be selfish and think that I have a big head about it, but I'm sorry, if it came down to me and him, I have many more votes than he does. He's already rubbed people the wrong way. You know what I mean? He's not consistent. Oh, that's what he said up in the room. Remember up in the room, he goes, he didn't say consistent, but he said, he was asking you to vouch for him. He's like, I've been steady. That's the word he used. And I'm thinking to myself, you have not been fucking steady. You got HOH and you went on a fucking power trip. But I leave that alone. Mental notes. And,
right.
And then, and you know what I notice he keeps doing? Whenever our little group's together, he keeps, like, trying to call me out. Like, up there, he goes, Amber, remember that day? Because this one day, I go, I feel like I can't trust anybody. And he goes, can you trust me? I go, no. And he goes, this was, like, a week ago. I was just fucking, you know what I mean? And he goes, you can't trust me. And he repeated what I said up there. He goes, remember that day you said that, you can't trust anybody? Why did you bring that up?
Why?
Trying to make, and I was like, yeah. And he was like, I don't know if he thought I was going to object to what he said.
Right.
Jameka, I don't know. He is wearing on my patience. Like I can usually stand a lot. You see, but you see how much he picks on me. Isn't it unreal?
It's ridiculous. It is.
With okay, so this is between the 5 waters, the 2 candy wrappers, the kicking on the slipper, the teacup the other day, walking down the stairs. He doesn't fucking let up with me. The poking, the wet willies.
What's that movie about? 3 Mile Island with
And then also doing the penis comments. Like,
Yeah.
I'm done with that. Like, let it go, leave it alone.
I don't know. What am I gonna do? I can't take it anymore. And I have to stay. I have to deal with it for a few more weeks.
Yeah. I mean, my advice would be, you can't let him know that it bothers you to that point, because he'll keep doing it. He'll know it's a sure thing with you. At the same time, just be like, you know, stop. Like, mean it. And he's gonna call you a bitch. He's gonna call you a brother, but
Please don't.